Before stars even thought of burning, there was only darkness, and in that endless void, something ancient awoke. A god, not of creation, not of love, not even of order, but of nothingness. That god was Knull, the king in black, the first shadow. Now, listen. Knull isn't just a Marvel villain. He's not just another bad guy for Spider-Man or Venom to punch in the face. No, Knull is on a different level. He's the kind of being that makes gods, actual gods, tremble. Thor fears him. Silver Surfer couldn't stop him. And the Sentry, one of Marvel's strongest beings, was torn apart like a grocery bag. But here's the question. Why? Why is Knull so terrifying that even the strongest heroes and the most powerful gods would rather whisper his name than face him? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. So, Knull's story begins before the concept of light itself, when the first gods came along. When they tried to push back the darkness with their burning stars, Knull didn't exactly take that well. Imagine living in your dark, cozy cave, and suddenly someone installs the brightest light bulb in the universe. Annoying, right? Well, Knull's answer to that, he killed one of those gods who dared to bring light. But he didn't just kill it, he took its head. And from that, he forged a weapon that would go on to slaughter gods across the cosmos, the All-Black, the Necrosword. Now, remember that sword, because we'll come back to it later. And trust me, its legacy is even darker than you think. But Knull didn't stop there. He corrupted a celestial, and he used it like a giant mech suit. Picture this, a god the size of a planet turned into a puppet of darkness, with Knull pulling the strings. Forget Iron Man's Hulkbuster. Knull was rocking a celestial buster, but while all of this was happening, Knull was also creating something else, something far more personal. He began shaping living shadows, fragments of his abyss, extensions of himself, and those fragments, we know them as symbiotes. Venom, Carnage, Riot, all of them just little pieces of Knull's nightmare, each one connected back to him like a hive mind. And when I say spreading, I mean entire planets were drowned in symbiote flesh, smothered, enslaved, turned into hives serving one will, his. Now think about that for a second. If you thought one venom was scary, and imagine an entire planet covered in venoms. Yeah, not exactly your dream vacation spot. And here's a thought for you. Why does Carnage feel so different from the rest? Why is he so much more dangerous? Hold on to that question. We'll get there. One of Knull's deadliest experiments was the Grendal, a massive symbiote dragon, an absolute monster of darkness. And yet, that was just one of his creations. It took Earth's strongest heroes, all working together, just to bring it down. But when Knull himself arrived on Earth, that's when things went biblical. You remember the Sentry, right? Marvel's Superman. The guy who once flew a villain into the sun because he didn't know how else to win. Well, when Knull showed up, the Sentry charged him head on, and Knull, he casually tore him in half, like peeling a banana. That's how little effort it took. One of the most powerful beings in Marvel history, erased in seconds. And it didn't stop there. The symbiote horde remembered Carnage's death. They remembered Earth's heroes killing one of their own. And Knull, he doesn't forgive. He vowed vengeance, and he drowned the Earth in darkness. Imagine looking up at the sky, and instead of stars, you see only waves of living black. The planet suffocating under endless flesh. That's Knull's arrival. And here's the terrifying part. Knull didn't just exist in the universe, he existed before the universe. Before light, before time, before creation itself, which leaves us with a chilling question. Can you even kill something that existed before existence? I'll let you drop your theories in the comments because even Marvel hasn't given us a final answer. Now, let's circle back. The all-black Knull's blade, the sword that drinks the blood of gods. Do you know who else wielded it? Gore, the god butcher. Yes, the same guy who nearly ended all gods. That's Knull's shadow, still shaping wars long after his time. And here's the truth. Every symbiote, venom, carnage, all of them, they're fragments of him, pieces of the abyss. Even when Venom fights alongside the Avengers, he's still a shard of Knull. And if that doesn't make you shiver, here's the final piece. Knull once covered entire worlds. Planets turned into puppets of his hive mind. Thor couldn't stop him, Silver Surfer couldn't stop him, the Sentry couldn't stop him, even gods feared him. Because Knull doesn't just kill, he erases. He takes gods, he devours planets, he turns them into shadows. And even though the King in Black was defeated, his darkness still lingers. The void still whispers. And if history has taught us one thing, darkness always finds a way back. That